Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakura HALSTEAD.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
New international air service direct from the Philippines touches down in Saipan.
Also tonight, small but vocal local voices join nationwide protests.
And a settlement deal sets one person free and gets another person canned.
In sports, it's dress up nice for fight night at the Crowne Plaza.
Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Good luck going after our fans. We have a Huntrix meal at McDonald's.
You mean the Saja Boys breakfast meal?
Ours has Ramyeon McShaker fries.
Ours has hash browns.
Hash browns.
Zoe!
It's a battle for the fans.
We love you! What?
Now at McDonald's. Pick a meal
To pick a side. Don't fight. Kiss.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When family comes to visit, send them to family. Mariana's Trekking, Saipan's original adventure crew, trusted by locals for 25 years. We'll keep them busy. Go-karts, ATVs, buggies, even grotto snorkeling. You? Well, you get your living room back. Or better yet, you can come too. Mariana's Trekking, 25 years. Local, trusted, family. Send your family to family. We'll take it from here.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You are watching the Channel 2 News on March the 30th from our studios high up on Capitol Hill.
The first flight of Philippine Airlines' new direct service from Manila touched down early this morning at Saipan International. A lot more left than arrived, but the hope is that the future is a bit more balanced. Buenas and saludo. We are here at Saipan International Airport on the early morning of March 30th for the inaugural incoming flight of Philippine Airlines. Officials and guests wait patiently as the plane prepares for landing. The new twice-weekly connection between Saipan and Manila was welcomed by officials on hand.
You know, it's always good to have an airline coming into the Commonwealth. Especially now that we are in dire need of tourism and to help us build up our economic issues here in the Commonwealth.
It brings Philippines and the CNMI closer together. It adds more alternatives for people who are traveling to Asia or even the U.S. They can connect through the Philippines and not just through Guam or Japan. And it also makes it more convenient for our Filipino communities and even our residents to go to the Philippines.
For local residents, it means easier access to healthcare, family, and businesses in the Philippines. For local tourism, it means a new and significant gateway that can bring tourists in from across Asia.
Our relationship and our ties with the Philippines has always been very good. We share culture, we share, a big community of Filipinos who have been part of our workforce and part of our community, and so we're really happy to welcome them back to offer access and connectivity to the Philippines and beyond, and also explore opportunities for tourism for Filipinos and people from around the world to come and visit our islands.
The summer flight schedule from Korea will be lean, and the hope is that the new Philippines flight will at least partially restore some of the seats that will be missing from Korea.
As you can see, it's well received by the community. On our first flight here, we have like 196 or something? Yeah, 100 almost full flight. 190 plus. Yeah, so it's good. Although we still want the community to continue supporting us because the sustainability of the route, of course, depends on the continuous support of the community in terms of flying out, going to places, and also inviting people to come to Saipan.
Passengers departing and arriving on the inaugural flights were welcomed with a celebratory reception, marking the return of expanded international air service at a time when the CNMI continues to rebuild its tourism industry. 40 NMI students were amongst the outbound flight for a training camp in the Philippines.
We are very happy, actually, not just for the players, even for my family, because we always travel. And when we go other countries, our layover is in Manila. So this is a very good opportunity, or a very good way for us to get into Manila, when they resume its operations. So yeah, we're very happy.
The new route will operate 2 times per week, offering a direct link between Manila and Saipan and opening the door to increased travel from the Philippines, as well as convenient connections throughout Southeast Asia.
Actually, the flight was okay, especially from Philippines, from Manila. It was very smooth, yes. People nice, the crews were nice, yeah, and it's a nice flight.
Before we had to fly through Guam to come here. Now this is the first flight, so coming back from Manila, straight, nice.
Very nice. And we miss all these people, the music, and we cannot wait until we eat the island food.
Tourism officials say the timing is significant as Saipan works to diversify its visitor base beyond traditional markets. The Philippines is seen as both a standalone market and a strategic gateway, with Manila serving as a major regional hub. Local businesses are hopeful the added flights will translate into steady visitor arrivals.
Protests held around the country this weekend started, at least in a small way, here in the Marianas Islands. No Kings were back right here on Beach Road. Organizers estimate over 8 million people gathered in over 3,000 venues across the United States Saturday, lending voice in opposition to the actions of the current administration. The first of the protests took place right here on Beach Road. Tina Sablan.
This is really about taking a stand for our democracy, for the rule of law. It's called the No Kings, No Dictators protest, and people all around this country, including here in the CNMI, are really standing up for the rights of our neighbors, the rights of our communities, civil liberties. We're seeing a steady erosion of democratic norms in so many ways, every way that you can think of, and it's in this democracy. You have to exercise your rights and protest and really do everything that you can to protect it.
No Kings is protesting the lack of representation in legislating issues ranging from an escalating war in the Middle East to media takeovers to ICE in our cities.
We are definitely seeing this escalated immigration enforcement and erosion of people's due process rights. This federal administration has been saying untruthfully that they're going after the worst of the worst and deporting criminals and rapists and murderers. But what we're seeing in actuality is that the vast majority of people who are in immigration detention and being deported are not criminals at all. They're hardworking moms and dads, and children are in immigration detention right now. And I think it's easy, when we're so remote, so far away from this, from what's happening on the continent, but it affects us here too. And really this, I think today's event and all the other events that will come after this will be about standing up for people's due process rights. I think it's important to recognize too that there are pathways to lawful status that are narrowing, that are being taken away from people.
The former gubernatorial candidate is currently residing in Hawaii and works on immigrant justice issues as a policy advocate for a legal services nonprofit.
There are so many reasons for people to come out today and to take a stand in whatever way that they can, right? To really defend the rights and the democracy that we hold dear.
After settling a case against former CNMI Governor Ralph Torres, Assistant Attorney General David KARCH has been given his walking papers.
There are a few competing theories. One is that this is an outcome that the Attorney General actually wanted, and I was manipulated as a new guy into doing this. And of course, there's the theory that I'm paid off, and there's the theory that I'm just blind. But yeah, I think in any case, essentially, I'm taking the heat.
Last Monday, the CNMI, through Assistant Attorney General David KARCH, agreed to a controversial deal with former Governor Ralph Torres that dismissed criminal charges in return for a relatively small settlement payment. Then, on Friday of this same week, KARCH received written notice of termination signed by the Attorney General.
Settlement agreement was filed and accepted by the court on Monday, and then on Friday morning I got a letter with the 60-day notice of termination. And that's pretty much it. No specifics. The policies at the AG's office is for termination without cause, 60-day minimum notice.
KARCH took over the case after former prosecutors Robbie Glass and James Kingman were removed from prosecuting the case. KARCH was then assigned to work on his own, without supervision.
This has been a long time. Spent hours, hundreds of hours on this case, pouring through everything and thinking about it, negotiating with defense. I didn't know this was going to be the outcome until pretty recently. But I think one important thing to mention is that because of the case history with the conflict, I was both legally and ethically barred from discussing the case with the Attorney General. It was my job just to be the independent prosecutor who takes everything, from as if I've never seen it before, come in with an open mind and make a fair decision rather than, being someone whose job it is just to, here, you're going to prosecute this guy. I'm supposed to evaluate it objectively.
The settlement agreement goes much further than just the dismissal of current charges. It also prevents further charges tied to Torres' time in office.
There are a lot of really good reasons that I had for saying, well, we're just done. This is enough. Pay the $25,000 for this case, and we can move on. And part of it is that there's no reason from their perspective, from the defense perspective, to accept any settlement if we could just turn around and charge them the next day.
Attorney General Ed Manabusen today declined to comment on the personnel decision. KARCH says the global settlement does not preclude charges against others.
The money went a lot of places. There were a lot of procedures in place for oversight. There are people whose job it is to check and make sure money's been spent correctly. And we can still charge any of them before the statute of limitation runs out, which is coming soon. So this isn't as much of a finding of innocence as people feel like it is. There's still stuff there that can be prosecuted.
Coming up, the season of inclement weather continues ahead.
And what do you want to be when you grow up? So many options. More news next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
This year, it's not about resolutions, it's about results. Gold's Gym is launching the 2026 Transformation Challenge, a 12-week total transformation. Professional guidance, real accountability, measurable results. Exclusive group training, member-only perks, and a community pushing you forward. And it leads to big rewards, $1,000 cash and a free year at Gold's Gym. Registration open now, and the challenge starts January 19th. Gold's Gym 2026, the Transformation Challenge. Put in the work, own the change. Gold's Gym, GARAPAN. Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is calling on Guam. Guam Adventures at Leo Palace has the perfect mix of thrills and sightseeing this holiday season. Check out the off-road adventure where the trails splash, spin, and roar. And for NMI residents, after your ride, cool off with a free water park pass at Leo Palace Resort and enjoy 20% off lunch, because adventure works up an appetite. So whether it's a weekend escape or a layover to remember, make it count with Guam Adventures. Book now and turn your trip into a thrill. And yes, we'll even pick you up. Book now at GuamAdventures.com.
I love Mariana's coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Welcome back. You're watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
This summer, our regional conditions are expected to include warmer ocean water, and that could mean a more active typhoon season. Our Chris Nelson has more.
Forecasters say developing El Niño conditions could shift storm patterns closer to our region, increasing the chances of more frequent and stronger systems through the months ahead. Landon Idlet from the National Weather Service says for our region, La Niña is good, El Niño not so much. The change in ocean temperatures is a key factor.
The La Niña pattern, that's going to be transitioning to an INSO-neutral pattern in the next couple of months. Some of the longer range trends does favor a shift toward El Niño for the last half of the year. So we're going to be having to watch those trends very closely.
The word El Niño was first used by fishermen off the coast of Peru. They noticed every few years unusually warm ocean water would appear and the fish would leave. They named it after the Christ child since it showed up around Christmas.
Now, when you say El Niño, that's sort of a code word for more bigger, stronger storms? Correct. El Niño is something that we have to not so much stress and worry about, but take something very seriously, because El Niño years, tropical cyclones typically start developing farther east into eastern Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and they become potentially more significant typhoons as they come into our region. La Niña years, we can kind of relax. Tropical cyclones develop overhead or in our vicinity and become more significant typhoons to our west and not so much a threat to us. Think back to El Niño years like 2015, 2023, and 1997. Those are big typhoon years. It's not a guarantee that we'll take a direct hit by a typhoon. It just means we have a higher likelihood of tropical cyclone activity in our region.
Emergency officials are reminding residents to review supply kits, check insurance coverage, and have a plan in place before any storms develop. While it's still early in the season, officials say now is the time to get ready, not when a storm is already on the way. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
This weekend, DPS reports the third auto pedestrian crash of 2026. The Department of Public Safety reports an auto pedestrian accident along Beach Road on Friday, March 27 at about 5:21 p.m. DPS says the crash happened at the CETA Building pedestrian crosswalk in San Jose when vehicles in the southbound lane stopped and activated their hazard lights for a 69-year-old male pedestrian to cross the street. Police officers say as the pedestrian continued to cross, a 63-year-old male driver traveling south moved into the center lane from the inner lane and struck the pedestrian. The pedestrian was reportedly transported to the Commonwealth Healthcare Center emergency room by the Department of Fire Emergency Medical Services. Responding officials say the pedestrian was conscious and alert on the scene with visible abrasions to the left arm and complaints of head pain. Reports state that alcohol was not determined to be a factor in the crash. The driver was cited for multiple traffic violations and the vehicle involved was towed and impounded from the scene. DPS says this incident remains under active investigation. Local kids have some big dreams, and Career Day is a place to talk about making those career goals come true.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
She's already grown up, bro. She's already grown up. Career Day at Hopwood Middle School had many community members show up and show out for the students. Since it is Career Day, the natural question to ask is, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Hi, my name is Natalia Dagos. I'm here at Hopwood Middle School for Career Day. The future career I want to be is an architecture for architectural designs.
Hello, my name is Starlet. I'm in Hopwood Middle School, and I want to be a writer when I grow up.
What I want to be in the future is an entrepreneur and a businessman. But right now, I am almost there to a businessman. I actually have a product mine I sell at the beach. You guys can find me. And, look me up on Instagram. I'm Ken_banana.
So what I want to be in the future is a musician. The reason why is I really enjoy music, and my favorite instrument is probably the guitar. I've been playing it for a few months, and it's actually really fun, especially when you learn new songs.
I want to be a video editor because I like to capture the moment in really heart-filling times.
And now I want to be YouTuber, video games like Roblox, Fortnite, Mobile Legend.
Hi, my name is Jason Malik. I'm in Hopwood Middle School, and my future job I want to be is a barber because I saw that it makes a lot of money, and because it makes a lot of money.
I want to be a doctor because I want to help people and make their life better.
I want to be a soccer player.
Okay, so you want to be a soccer player. What are you doing to become that?
I'm getting in shape and eating healthy.
When you grow up.
Okay, my name is Juliana, and what I want to be when I grow up is a nurse because I just want to save people's life, and yeah.
My name is Rain Ignacio. What I want to be when I grow up is a flight attendant because I like flying and all of that.
My name is Ramon. What I want to be when I grow up is join the Navy SEALs. Yeah, I really want to be in the ocean. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Marlon Ogarto. When I grow up, I want to be like a musician.
The students at Hopwood Middle School hold many dreams and seek many career paths, and all of them are achievable. So what did you learn for Career Day?
That you can be anything you want when you grow up.
Coming up in sports, I love those kids. Submissions and close call fights on the mats at the Hibiscus Hall.
This year, it's not about resolutions, it's about results. Gold's Gym is launching the 2026 Transformation Challenge, a 12-week total transformation. Professional guidance, real accountability, measurable results. Exclusive group training, member-only perks, and a community pushing you forward. And it leads to big rewards, $1,000 cash and a free year at Gold's Gym. Registration open now, and the challenge starts January 19th. Gold's Gym 2026, the Transformation Challenge. Put in the work, own the change. Gold's Gym, GARAPAN. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is soaring high at the Hilton, Guam. Guam Adventures invites you to take flight on our zipline adventure, a breathtaking ride where the ocean sparkles below and the island breeze rushes past your face. Glide over tropical gardens, feel the thrill of the drop, and capture that perfect view. This is one experience you'll never forget. Show your CNMI driver's license and we will even throw in snorkeling at one of the best spots on Guam. Because adventure shouldn't just lift your spirits, it should lift you right off the ground. Book now and take your trip or layover to new heights. We can even pick you up. Book now at GuamAdventures.com.
At Mariana's Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! The art of Jiu-Jitsu was the entertainment at a fancy fight night this past weekend. Pinky up, it's gala time.
This night is where combat meets couture, where discipline meets distinction, and where high action meets high fashion.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills are showcased on the mats at the Trench Deck Ballroom BLITZ on Saturday night. Spectators came ready with fancy dresses and suited up with island-style couture at the inaugural Grapplers Gala. Fighters stretch, prepare for the show, and shake off the jitters before getting on the main stage. Giovanni Taitano from Saipan Submissions.
Feeling good. Been prepping for this fight for quite some time now, so I'm just ready to get it over with. Pretty antsy and pretty nervous, but I'm good to go.
With nearly 2 years under his belt, James Choi from Trench Tech.
I'm a little nervous, a little excited. Hard to tell which one it is, but I feel ready.
Jason Camacho represents Studio 22 and says he's been in the game for roughly 8 months now.
Feeling excited, happy to be here, grateful to have this opportunity and be invited out here.
First time in Saipan from Korea, Ji-Sup Shin shares his excitement.
지금 매우 설레고 빨리 지금 경기를 뛰어서 좀 이 흥분을 좀 가라앉히고 싶은 그런 느낌입니다.
He confidently predicts the outcome of his match.
Do you think you're gonna win?
Oh, yes, I win.
Inside the Hibiscus Hall at the Crown Plaza Resort, all the fighters are introduced to the crowd before honoring each represented country with the respective national anthem.
You got 30 warriors repping your countries, repping their islands. Not just to entertain you, but to show that Jiu-Jitsu is alive here in the Marianas.
Jiu-Jitsu warriors grapple in win or draw matches throughout the night. No points, only submissions reigns the mats. If you blink, you'll miss it. Here are the highlights.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. You push hard, you move fast, and you want real healthy food that moves with you. At the Gold's Gym Shake Cafe, your fuel is ready when you are. Packed with protein, vitamins, and real fruit, these smoothies keep you strong, satisfied, and unstoppable. Perfect for a quick on-the-go lunch, dinner, or snack. No membership required. Power your day your way at the Shake Cafe inside Gold's Gym, Saipan.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be cloudy with a 30% chance of isolated showers, mild breezes, and low temperatures of around 78 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, will be mostly sunny, but still with a 30% chance of isolated rainfall and high temperatures of around 87 degrees, cooling to 78 or so in the evening hours. The sun has set at 6:29 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 6:14 a.m. just in time for our friends who took the inaugural flight to the Philippines to have a classic Philippine breakfast of longanisa, garlic rice, and balut with a large bowl full of halo-halo to wash it down. And I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We'll see you again on Wednesday.